Ever wondered why some men effortlessly captivate women, leaving a lasting impression long after they've parted ways? It's not about looks, wealth, or status, it's about the way they communicate. High-value men possess a unique approach to interaction that makes them unforgettable. In this article, we'll delve into the strategies these men employ to engage with women, blending insights from various sources and personal perspectives to provide a comprehensive guide. Stick around, and by the end, you'll have a fresh outlook on meaningful connections. Don't forget to leave a comment saying, "I stayed until the end," to share your commitment to mastering these techniques. The art of first impressions. The first impression you make on someone is a powerful force, setting the foundation for any potential relationship. Whether you're meeting someone for business, friendship, or romance, the initial moment of interaction can often define the course of how things unfold. High-value men understand this and don't view the first encounter as a moment to brag about their accomplishments or show off their charm. Instead, they recognize that it's an opportunity to make a subtle yet lasting impact. For high-value men, it's not about impressing others with their wealth, status, or extravagant tales, it's about creating an experience that makes the other person feel valued, seen, and understood. Women, in particular, are deeply attuned to emotional cues, and the first impression is often shaped by how they feel during the interaction. It's a delicate balance. It's not about the flashy car they might drive or the titles they hold, but the sense of genuine connection that they can foster in the moment. In many situations, first encounters can feel rushed or pressured, but high-value men don't succumb to that tension. They focus on the emotional undercurrent of the conversation, ensuring that the woman feels comfortable and respected. They may not be saying a lot, but their body language, the warmth of their smile, and their ability to truly listen create an atmosphere of trust and connection. This emotional resonance becomes the foundation upon which the rest of the relationship can grow. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've come to realize that what leaves the most profound impact is not the rehearsed lines or charming stories we tell, but the genuine curiosity we show toward the other person. When you engage with someone authentically, listening with full attention and interest, they can feel it. It's in the pauses when you're not speaking, the moments where you ask insightful questions, and the way you make the conversation all about them, not you. This approach always creates a stronger bond than trying to impress someone with your success. By being fully present and tuned into the conversation, I've learned that you leave an impression that lasts much longer. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence is often seen as an inherent trait, something that either comes naturally or doesn't. However, high-value men understand that confidence is not simply an attitude or a belief, it's also an unspoken language that is communicated through every action, word, and gesture. Confidence is something that radiates from them effortlessly, but it isn't loud or brash. It's quiet, calm, and deliberate, and it's incredibly magnetic. A high-value man doesn't need to speak loudly or dominate the conversation to display confidence. Instead, his posture speaks volumes. The way he stands or sits, the way he makes eye contact, the way his hands move, all of these nonverbal cues communicate assurance. He takes up space without imposing, and his body language aligns with his words, sending a powerful signal of self-assuredness. His calm speech flows without rushing, giving weight to each sentence he delivers. Confidence also manifests in the way high-value men navigate silence. Rather than feeling the need to fill every moment with conversation, they allow space for reflection. They don't feel the pressure to say something just for the sake of filling the air with noise. Silence, for them, is not uncomfortable, it's a tool. It adds depth to the conversation and allows their words to resonate. It shows that they are comfortable in their own skin and don't need constant validation from others. In my own journey, I've found that adopting a slower, more deliberate speech pattern has been a game changer. It's not about speaking less, it's about speaking with intention. I've realized that when you speak more thoughtfully, each word carries more weight, and the person you're speaking to is more likely to pay attention. This approach helps convey not only confidence but also clarity. There's no need for fillers like, or like, because every word serves a purpose. Being deliberate in my speech has made me feel more in control of my conversations and, in turn, has allowed me to engage with others more meaningfully. Moreover, confidence is often most powerful when it's not flaunted. It's the quiet confidence that emanates from someone who knows who they are, where they're going, and doesn't need to constantly prove it. This silent form of self-assurance can make others feel safe and respected in their presence, which is why high-value men can often draw people in without saying a word. Their confidence is felt, not just observed. It's a magnetic quality that naturally draws others toward them, creating an aura of trust and attraction that lasts. Embracing silence. Silence is often perceived as awkward or uncomfortable, especially in social situations where conversations tend to flow continuously. However, when used intentionally, silence can be an incredibly powerful tool that adds depth to any interaction. High-value men understand the art of silence and its ability to elevate a conversation. They're not afraid of pauses because they recognize that these moments allow for reflection, create space for thought, and give both parties time to process what has been said. A well-timed silence isn't a gap in the conversation, it's a moment of intentional space. When someone pauses before responding, it can create an air of mystery and intrigue, allowing the listener to lean in and pay closer attention. This moment of stillness can prompt the other person to open up more freely, sharing deeper thoughts or emotions that might have otherwise stayed hidden. It's as though the silence invites the other party to contribute, to fill the space with something meaningful. Moreover, silence can demonstrate a level of control and presence that is rarely achieved through constant talking. When you are comfortable with silence, you convey a sense of assurance and emotional maturity. It shows that you don't need to fill every moment with words, that you're at ease with yourself and the conversation. In a world where most people rush to speak, high-value men know that silence can speak volumes. Reflecting on my own interactions, I've noticed that embracing silence, rather than rushing to fill it, often leads to more profound and meaningful exchanges. I used to be someone who felt the need to keep the conversation going, afraid of awkward pauses. But over time, I've learned that silence offers a unique opportunity to connect on a deeper level. It's in these quiet moments that I've witnessed people open up, share things they might not have otherwise, or reflect on what's been said. Being comfortable in those pauses shows that you're truly present, not rushing to respond, and that you value the conversation. This shift in approach has significantly changed the dynamics of my relationships, fostering more authentic and engaging interactions. Emotional control and stability. Emotional control is one of the most underrated qualities that contribute to a man's high value. Women, in particular, often seek security and stability in a partner, and emotional resilience is a cornerstone of that stability. High-value men understand that their emotional reactions to situations reflect their internal state of composure. They don't allow themselves to be easily rattled or swept away by the turbulence of emotions, especially in challenging situations. Rather than reacting impulsively or with visible frustration, high-value men respond with measured calm. They take a moment to pause, assess the situation, and then decide on the most composed and thoughtful response. This ability to manage their emotions not only demonstrates emotional intelligence but also signals to others that they are capable of handling stress and adversity without losing their sense of balance. In moments of crisis or tension, their calm presence is incredibly attractive. It provides a sense of security to others and instills trust in their ability to lead, support, and protect. Emotional stability is also about not letting small things get under your skin. High-value men understand that the reactions of others or the challenges of the moment don't define them. They know that their emotional state is their responsibility, and they take active steps to maintain equilibrium, even when external circumstances try to disturb it. This resilience allows them to show up in relationships and interactions with a consistent, grounded energy, which is reassuring to others and draws them in. Throughout my journey, I've found that maintaining emotional control has been a game changer in how I navigate relationships. Early on, I would get caught up in the emotions of the moment, whether it was frustration over a disagreement or excitement over a success. But by learning to take a step back, breathe, and assess my feelings before responding, I've become more composed in even the most unexpected challenges. This ability to stay calm has not only allowed me to navigate conversations more effectively but has also earned me respect and admiration from those around me. I've seen how my emotional stability creates a safe environment where others feel comfortable opening up, sharing their thoughts without fear of judgment, and trusting that I'll remain steady regardless of what happens. It's this emotional maturity that sets high-value men apart, as it fosters deeper, more meaningful connections built on trust and respect. The allure of mystery. In a world that thrives on oversharing, where every moment of our lives is broadcasted to social media and every detail is available at the touch of a button, the ability to maintain an air of mystery has become increasingly rare and, consequently, more attractive. High-value men understand this dynamic well. They recognize that not everything needs to be revealed up front. Instead of laying everything bare at the first meeting or in the first few conversations, they skillfully keep certain aspects of themselves just out of reach, creating an aura of intrigue. This allure of mystery draws others in, making them want to know more, to uncover layers that haven't been shared. The key to this mystery is not about being secretive or dishonest but about being selective in what and when you reveal about yourself. High-value men understand that their value isn't just in what they say or do, but also in what they choose to keep private. It's about showing enough of yourself to spark interest, but leaving just enough unsaid to keep the other person wondering. This creates a sense of depth and complexity that can be incredibly captivating. It's a dynamic that builds anticipation, as others find themselves wanting to learn more with each encounter. There is a certain power in withholding information at the right moments. When you hold back just enough, you create an unspoken invitation for others to dive deeper, ask questions, and invest more in getting to know you. It's in this space of curiosity that connections are often forged. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel like there is always more to discover, like every conversation holds the possibility of revealing something new. This sense of ongoing discovery adds an element of excitement to the interaction, making each moment feel fresh and engaging. Moreover, mystery doesn't just apply to the personal details of one's life. It extends to how one conducts themselves in the world. High-value men don't feel the need to overshare their opinions, their goals, or their every achievement. Instead, they let their actions speak for themselves. Their lifestyle, their achievements, and their values are evident over time, but they don't feel the need to boast about them. This restraint adds to their mystique, making others take note without needing constant validation. Over the years, I've realized that gradually revealing aspects of my life, my interests, and my values keeps conversations fresh and engaging. Initially, I used to feel compelled to share everything, my achievements, my thoughts, even my struggles, thinking it would help people understand me better. But I've found that by allowing the conversation to unfold more naturally, by letting others ask questions and get curious about who I am, the interaction becomes more dynamic. It's like uncovering a new layer of an intriguing story each time we meet. This approach has not only made my relationships feel more exciting but has also allowed me to build a deeper connection with others. The anticipation of what comes next, the curiosity to learn more, and the mystery of what's still unknown are powerful forces that keep people coming back, eager to understand you in new ways with every conversation. In essence, maintaining an air of mystery is not about playing games or being elusive. It's about controlling the pace of how others get to know you, ensuring that they stay engaged, intrigued, and invested in your journey, both personally and relationally. It's about creating an ongoing dialogue of discovery, where each interaction feels like a step closer to uncovering the true you, but never all at once. Deliberate ambiguity. Strategic ambiguity, when employed thoughtfully, can serve as a potent tool in human interactions. It's not about being deceptive or manipulative, but rather about offering just enough information to spark curiosity, while leaving certain aspects open-ended. High-value men understand that by not revealing everything at once, they encourage others to invest more into the conversation, leading to a more profound and engaging connection. This deliberate ambiguity makes the conversation feel like a puzzle, where both parties are eager to uncover more, piece by piece. The beauty of strategic ambiguity lies in the subtle art of withholding just enough information to keep the other person intrigued. When you don't give away all your thoughts, intentions, or feelings immediately, you create a sense of mystery that prompts the other person to dig deeper, ask questions, and explore what lies beneath the surface. This tactic doesn't create distance, instead, it fosters a more dynamic and engaging dialogue. When there is an element of uncertainty, the other person feels compelled to engage more, making the interaction more stimulating and lively. High-value men understand that not every detail needs to be disclosed right away. They know how to present themselves with an open yet selective approach, choosing to reveal only what is necessary in the moment, allowing the conversation to develop organically. By doing so, they keep the other person on their toes, creating a rhythm of discovery that draws the other party closer, eager to know more. Over time, this strategy cultivates a deeper connection because it builds anticipation. Each conversation becomes an opportunity for new revelations. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've realized that using deliberate ambiguity has significantly enhanced the depth of my interactions. I've noticed that when I don't provide all the answers up front, people tend to engage more, asking thoughtful questions and delving deeper into the conversation. It's as if they feel invited into a dialogue that is ever evolving, where they're not just waiting for their turn to speak, but are actively contributing to the unfolding narrative. This subtle tactic has helped me foster more meaningful connections with others, turning ordinary conversations into engaging and memorable exchanges. The power of storytelling. Storytelling is a timeless art, one that allows individuals to convey their thoughts, emotions, and experiences in a way that creates emotional resonance. High-value men excel in storytelling because they understand its power to establish emotional connections with others. They share stories not to boast or entertain, but to evoke emotions that make their conversations memorable. A well-told story can transform a mundane exchange into a profound shared experience, offering insight into the storyteller's life, values, and perspectives. The magic of storytelling lies in its ability to communicate complex emotions and ideas in a relatable and engaging manner. High-value men use stories to break down barriers, to connect on a deeper level beyond surface-level conversation. Whether it's recounting a challenge they've overcome, a funny moment from their past, or a lesson they've learned, storytelling allows them to share pieces of their soul. This openness makes them more approachable, as they invite others into their world, making the conversation feel more like a shared journey rather than a mere exchange of words. When done effectively, storytelling not only conveys information but also creates an emotional experience that lingers long after the conversation ends. A well-timed anecdote can bring humor, warmth, or even vulnerability into a conversation, leaving the listener with a lasting impression of the storyteller's authenticity and depth. From my own experience, I've found that incorporating personal stories into my conversations has helped me build deeper connections with others. Storytelling has a unique way of transforming a simple exchange into something more profound, as it allows both parties to see each other as more than just individuals with words, but as people with rich, lived experiences. Whether I'm sharing a lesson learned or a humorous memory, storytelling has always helped me create a more emotional connection, fostering empathy and understanding that turns a basic conversation into something meaningful and memorable. Creating emotional hooks. To truly stand out in any interaction, high-value men know the power of creating emotional hooks, those subtle moments or gestures that resonate deeply with others. Emotional hooks are small, yet significant elements in a conversation that strike a chord with the other person, making the interaction not only memorable but impactful. These can take the form of a well-timed compliment, a shared laugh, or a thoughtful observation that reflects genuine attentiveness. The key to emotional hooks is their ability to evoke a positive emotional response. Whether it's recalling a personal detail from a previous conversation, offering a compliment that feels sincere, or expressing genuine interest in the other person's experiences, these moments create a bond that goes beyond casual pleasantries. They show that you are not just listening to the other person, but that you are emotionally engaged in the conversation, which is incredibly powerful. Creating emotional hooks is not about being overly flattering or manipulative, rather, it's about being truly present in the moment and making the other person feel seen, heard, and valued. High-value men don't rely on grand gestures or dramatic statements to make an impression. Instead, they understand that the smallest, most thoughtful actions can have the biggest impact. Through my own journey, I've learned that small gestures, such as recalling a detail from a past conversation or offering a sincere compliment, can create powerful emotional hooks. These actions show attentiveness and genuine interest, leaving a lasting impression that goes far beyond the surface level. When you make someone feel special or understood in even the simplest ways, it creates an emotional connection that keeps them coming back, eager to continue the conversation. It's these emotional hooks, these moments of shared understanding, that often turn an ordinary interaction into something memorable and meaningful. In essence, the power of storytelling and emotional hooks lies in their ability to create lasting connections that go beyond the typical small talk. By weaving in elements of emotion and genuine interest, high-value men ensure that their interactions are not just exchanges of words, but transformative experiences that leave a deep and lasting impact on those they engage with. The strategic use of absence. One of the most powerful yet subtle tactics high-value men employ in their interactions is the strategic use of absence. While the world today often values constant communication, high-value men understand that sometimes, less is more. By intentionally creating space in a relationship or conversation, they not only avoid overwhelming the other person but also heighten the anticipation and appreciation of their presence when it's reintroduced. They understand that in many instances, absence can be a tool to amplify the significance of their presence. It's the delicate dance of knowing when to step back to let the connection breathe and when to re-enter with purpose. High-value men are not afraid of silence or pauses in interaction. They understand that allowing time for reflection and personal space enables the other person to miss them, creating a deeper sense of longing and appreciation. This kind of absence isn't about playing games, it's about creating a balance that keeps the other person engaged and thinking, but not overwhelmed. Over-communication can sometimes dilute the impact of a conversation or connection. When we give others space, it allows the relationship to grow organically, making each interaction feel more purposeful and impactful. Strategic absence can also help both individuals reflect on the connection, appreciate the value of the relationship, and return to one another with a renewed sense of interest. The absence doesn't have to be long or dramatic, it can be as simple as stepping back for a moment, allowing both parties time to recharge, reassess, and re-engage with a deeper sense of meaning. Over time, I've found that practicing strategic absence has allowed me to value the quality of my interactions rather than the quantity. By giving others space, I've observed that the connection tends to become more authentic and meaningful when we do engage again. The absence creates a natural sense of longing, which makes the return to communication more impactful. I've learned that relationships, whether personal or professional, thrive when there is room for reflection and space to grow, rather than when everything feels rushed or forced. Re-engaging with purpose. When it comes to reconnecting with someone after a period of absence, high-value men know the importance of re-engaging with purpose. Simply reinitiating contact without intention can often feel hollow and disconnected. However, when done thoughtfully, re-engagement can significantly strengthen relationships. High-value men understand that reconnecting is more than just sending a casual message or making small talk. It's about picking up where the last conversation left off, referencing shared experiences, and showing that you genuinely value the relationship. When re-engaging, it's crucial to reference past interactions, as this shows that you have been attentive, that you value the time spent together, and that you remember the details that matter. Mentioning something meaningful from a previous conversation lets the other person know that they were seen and heard. It demonstrates that you're not just reaching out for the sake of filling time, but that you truly care about their experiences, thoughts, and feelings. Moreover, high-value men approach re-engagement with a sense of curiosity and open-mindedness. They inquire about how the other person has been, what new developments have occurred in their life, and if there are any new thoughts or insights they'd like to share. This kind of purposeful engagement deepens the connection and makes the other person feel truly valued and appreciated. It's about building upon the established relationship, rather than just restarting it from scratch. In my own life, I've found that re-engaging with intention has profoundly strengthened my relationships. By revisiting past conversations, referencing shared memories, and genuinely showing interest in the other person's experiences, I've noticed that the connection grows deeper. It feels as though the relationship evolves, as if each interaction builds upon the one before it, creating a stronger, more meaningful bond. Thoughtful re-engagement not only strengthens relationships but also shows that you value the time spent with the other person, which goes a long way in fostering mutual respect and affection. Conclusion: communication beyond words. Mastering the art of communication requires more than just exchanging words. True mastery involves creating emotional depth, maintaining intrigue, and fostering genuine, lasting connections. Words alone are not enough. How you communicate, when you communicate, and the emotional layers beneath the words are what truly matter. High-value men understand this principle, and they use it to their advantage in their interactions, ensuring that every conversation is not just an exchange of information but a step towards building a deeper connection. By practicing strategic absence, re-engaging with purpose, and incorporating emotional intelligence into each interaction, you can transform how you communicate. Your presence will become more impactful, and your connections more meaningful. These strategies allow you to communicate not just with your words, but with your energy, presence, and emotional intelligence. At the heart of these techniques lies authenticity. High-value men understand that authenticity is the foundation of meaningful relationships. They aren't trying to impress or manipulate. Instead, they focus on creating real connections based on mutual respect, understanding, and emotional resonance. It's about showing up as your true self, engaging with others on a deeper level, and allowing the relationship to unfold naturally over time. Reflecting on my own experiences, I've realized that the best interactions are the ones where authenticity shines through. By practicing these techniques, strategic absence, purposeful re-engagement, and emotional depth, I've found that my relationships are more fulfilling and rewarding. Each interaction feels purposeful, and the connections I've built are more genuine and meaningful. Mastering the art of communication goes beyond just talking. It's about creating real, lasting connections that enrich your life. If you've made it to the end of this piece, I want to express my appreciation for your dedication to improving your communication skills. The fact that you've engaged with these insights speaks volumes about your commitment to growing and evolving. Please leave a comment saying, "I stayed until the end," to let me know you've completed this journey. Your feedback and experiences are valuable to me, and I look forward to hearing how these strategies have impacted your interactions and relationships.